Hello there, my name's Kyle, and today I'm going to talk about Fakemons that I created using Blender, so that means that they are 3D. Wow. In case you don't know what Fakemon means, which I think is pretty much impossible if you are here, but basically they are Pokemon and creations that aren't in any original game, and I don't mean just Pokemon games, other games like 1010, because otherwise we just call all of these Fakemons. So with the obvious explanation out of the way, let me show you my 6 creations. Let me present to you Zygon. The name is work in progress.
Wait a minute, that doesn't look like Pokemon. I don't think you followed the Pokemon design rules correctly.
Yeah, you're right. My 6 creatures are not only designed based on Pokemon, but in other franchises that I like as well. So it is a Fakemon, but not a fake Pokemon. So let's go back to Zygon. This was my first Fakemon that I created, and you can see its design is a little lightning dragon. That's why he would be electric and dragon, or dragon and electric. I don't know if the order means something in Pokemon. If you know, let me know in the comments, because I have no idea. The design itself is very simple. I pretty much made it while I was doodling and procrastinating when I saw the shape and decided to make it my first creature. But besides being simple, I still got a reference from Digimon, because Digimons have these helmets things. I don't quite know what it is, but you can see on Greymon, you can see on Metal Greymon, and this one looks more like metal, and other Digimons as well. Besides just referencing Digimon, I think it is a cool little thing that he has on his head since he's electric, because the metal will help conduct electricity and is a protection to its baby head. Another detail that I want to talk about is how the Fakemon would work in an actual game. Zygon, he would be a rare Pokemon to find, only spawning when raining, more specific during thunderstorms, and the Pokédex and locals NPCs would describe this Pokemon as living lightning strikes. They would believe when lightning strikes the earth, this Pokemon is born from it. And to finish it off with Zygon, I would like to tell where I would go with the evolution design. Probably go for a Chinese dragon like Rayquaza, or these Digimon that I can't say the name. This one is called Fa-Fei. It's not Fei-Fei, it is Fa-Fei. Fa comes from fada, Portuguese for fairy, and Fei is another way to say fairy. Now that I think about it, the name is pretty much very fairy. As me is really stupid. And just in case you didn't notice, it is pretty much a fairy. Creativity 100%. Of course, inspiration he's from Zelda and pretty much any other franchise where the fairies are just bald with insect wings. Besides the simple design, I gave it these cute ears and the dead eyes, because I want people when looking to my fairy not saying, "Oh, what a cute little fairy." I want them to say, "Oh, what a cute little fairy that is dead inside." I didn't want to go all kawaii mode with the eyes, mainly because depending where you see fairies in media, they are either really cute force of goodness or prankster piece of shit that's gonna eat your soul. The good and evil theme will be present on the dex entry as well, just like Volcarona. Some would believe that is a force of good, some would believe that is a force of evil. The in-game behavior would also show that. Maybe it would heal you like Chansey, or maybe it's just going to attack you when you see one. And at last, the evolution design will probably be a cocoon stage, the next one, a branch between nice fairy and bad fairy. This one is Peste, which is Portuguese for plague. One of the reasons behind the name is because this is a dark and poison type. I know, it's a bird that doesn't have the flying type. The reason is because it's a flightless bird.
Incredibly, it survived.
And if you ask me which bird this creature is based, I have no idea. The design came from a cloud formation in the sky that I saw once. The only thing that I did was build a body and the green feathers to represent the poison. I did ask some friends if they know any bird that looks like this, and the closest that I got was a toucan. The in-game behavior of this creature would be really annoying. If he sees you, it will probably attack you, make sure that you get poisoned during the battle, and then use an attack to just run from the battle, like Abra does with teleport. But this one is going to make sure that you get poisoned before running. The dex entry for Pest will be a warning text telling that this animal is dangerous and toxic, and the evolution would be based on plague doctors. is Ghoulie, a slime. That's pretty much it. Oh, would you look at that? This one is the subscribe button. So why don't you go ahead and do it? You can actually see how the design should work if you just click on it. Okay, let's go back to Ghoulie. Yeah, Ghoulie is just a simple basic slime design, as he's just the first evolution. I choose the ground type for it, mainly because I don't want it to be any other type. In most of RPGs that you play, slimes just come out of the ground to attack you, so that's why ground type, even though he doesn't look like it. In the spectrum of slime designs, I did choose to go for the goofy one, like these guys. Ghoulie's main function would be just the basic enemy that every RPG has with slimes. Just like every other slime. I'm not being very creative, but I would give Ghoulie a special treatment with the evolutions. Ghoulie's evolution would be just like the constructs that we have on Tears of the Kingdom. I mean the concept behind them, not the design. I do like the fact that these constructs, they are pretty much a bunch of body parts and they are connected by the Zonai energy, meaning that the evolution would be a golem where the body parts are connected by the slime, which is the creature, and the special treatment mentioned would be the body parts being different materials depending where you're going to evolve your Fakemon. This one is Swish, which is sword and fish together. And the name also looks like the onomatopoeia that a sword makes. Swish, swish, swish. Swish is water type, and it's a mammal, not a fish, so the name doesn't make much sense. But I have an explanation for it. So, when I was thinking about making a water type, I thought, which one is the coolest fish that I can think right now? A swordfish. And since it is the first evolution, let me see how a babe swordfish looks like. This is not what I was looking for. So I kept the name, changed it to a mammal, and used baby Digimons as reference to the body. But the swordfish is still present on the texturing. For their in-game behavior, these guys would be just chilling close to the ocean, anywhere basically. The Dex entry and people would just say this Pokemon is chill and nice. If you get close, it will try to be your friend, because that's what I see when I look at him. For the evolution, I would use a Narwhal and a Kakumon as a reference, and for sure I would make the horn be a sword, because I think it's cool. And the last one is Obdile, the obsidian crocodile. This guy's my favorite because he's the basic fire lizard mascot. Obdile design is 100% based on Agumon and Totodile. If you look at those guys, you're gonna see there's almost a fusion between them. The in-game behavior, a nightmare in water. Let me show you what I mean. Yeah, I wouldn't make this guy jump scare people, especially in the last evolution. But to be fair, since it's a fire type, the water where you can find this Fakemon would be surrounded by mist. Kind of make it a little more scary, but it also tells you that, hey, you're gonna get jump scared here. The Dex entry and people would talk to you, how it behaves, and about the foggy water. For the evolution, I would make two lines. One, there is a crocodile dinosaur, and the other one, a dinosaur crocodile. That was my 6 creations and their shine forms. Let me know what you think about them. I will appreciate any feedback. This is the first time that I'm doing this. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and bye!